Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Well, here we are. The final Tremors review for Worm Week, for potentially the final Tremors movie. Tremors, Shrieker Island. This is the 7th installment directed by Don Michael Paul, who also directed Tremors 5, 6, Lake Placid, the final chapter, and a ton of other movies, mostly sequels. This originally had the much better title of Tremors Island Fury, but they dropped it for this title, probably to push that, oh yeah, the Shriekers are coming back. Regardless, let's get into it. The plot. So, Bert's a hermit. He's been living on an island in Papua New Guinea. And, meanwhile, at a research island as well as a hunting preserve, where at the hunting preserve they let out graboids to hunt, the research part of that island decides to go recruit Bert to take care of their little worm problem. Now, no guns, again, that really worked that well, and no sensibility. There will be spoilers after my reading at the end of this video, so you have been warned. So this is like Jurassic Park meets Predator, if it was poorly done. I don't hate this movie. Let me make that perfectly clear. There is just so much wasted potential. The characters, we have Bert Gummer, played yet again by Michael Gross, and, well, he's calmed down a little bit from after the last movie, but that might be due to the fact that Jamie Kennedy is not in this movie as Travis B. Welker. But before we get into that, Michael Gross does not feel like Michael Gross's character portrayal of Bert Gummer in this movie. He has to, people tell him stuff he should already know, like how to hide body heat or avoid stepping on tripwire. He also came unprepared, which is against his character. I realized they were trying to go with the Alien 3 approach, however, it just doesn't work. He had time to go somewhere to get guns. I don't understand. Especially when your character is infamous for being a gun fanatic. Jimmy is Travis's replacement. He's played by John Heder, who also was Napoleon Dynamite, and also in The Benchwarmers. But he's pretty good in here, actually. I might like him a bit more than Travis, but I still think Travis should have been in this picture. He was a better motivator to get Bert where he needed to go. And Jimmy just kind of gives him a quick little speech, and he reconsiders his whole rest of his life. It's like, what? Bill, played by Richard Brake from Doom, 31, and 3 from Hell, has some moments of calm, cool, and collectiveness. However, I feel he turns crazy a bit unnaturally and out of nowhere. He's calm until like the 3rd act, and then he's like, oh my god, all my men are dead. Oh boy, I better go crazy. Freddie, played by Jackie Cruz, is a born fighter. She grew up with guns, weapons, and knows how to survive. However, she's never really in any danger, and doesn't fire many weapons, only one actually. Jazz, played by Caroline Langrishy, is a surprise character. Much like Valerie McKee in the last movie, she has a connection to Bert, although she doesn't do too much either. Anna, played by Cassie Clare, is the character Freddy should have been. However, she is Bill's right-hand accomplice until he turns crazy. Most of the rest of the characters are either stuck or not worth mentioning. Hell, there are 2 characters that make it to the climax but don't say more than 1 or 2 lines, maybe even none between the both of them. That being said, it's easier to keep track of them because there aren't as many to follow, unlike the last movie. This, on a positive note, is a fast-paced, entertaining, and beautiful movie to look at. At 103 1 hour 43 minutes, it flies right by. The editing is a bit too quick at times. Some of the characters are in the thick of it and are in danger, and then it cuts to them riding a boat back to the island where they were originally from. That happens like 3 times. Like, how the heck did they get out of that situation? This movie is seriously entertaining. It's got a decent body count. I did a body count video for it. You can check it out. I will leave a link right up here, probably. And a gorgeous locale. This was shot on location in Thailand. And that's already a step up from the last movie. Because I forgot to mention the last movie was actually filmed in Africa, when it was supposed to be taking place in Canada, the Great White North. The exotic jungles make for vivid shots. However, much like I feared while watching the trailer, you can check out my trailer reaction right up here, some of the scenes are overly saturated and utilize too much contrast and gamma coloration. It looks too soft. The gore, the effects, the MPAA rating lists creature violence and some gore, and I'd have to agree with that. It's not as gory as the previous 2 installments. I think since this was intended to be the last one, they should have gone all out and made it rated R. We do get some gory chainsaw action, and some human blood, a few gushy explosions, but that's about it. The titular Shriekers look great, as do the graboids. They are, yet again, of the African breed. For the Shrieker design, it looks like they have an exoskeleton for their head, like the Skullcrawlers from Skull Island. There's also a queen graboid, but it doesn't look too much bigger than the others. At least not until the end. The genetic testing angle is a nice touch, but I feel the graboids should have looked different if they went in that angle. They should have included some ABs as well, because now the only movie to contain all 3 creature evolutions, besides the babies, is, well, unless you count the egg, is Tremors 3. The motion picture soundtrack, Frederick Weidman returns to score the film. He does include some tribal beats, and the music isn't too shabby overall. The flute work is passable at best. It sounds like it doesn't know where to go sometimes. I did enjoy the music in this movie, though. It fit well with the environment, even when it wasn't indigenous sounding. People will either love or hate this movie. I will admit I fall into the line of thinking it's subpar. They squandered so many opportunities, but still came out with a beautiful, entertaining, visually stunning hot mess. Overall, I give Tremors Shrieker Island a 2.5 out of 5. It's much closer to a 2.25 out of 5, but you know. Turn back if you haven't watched the movie yet. Bert dies. And it's terrible. Not because it's sad. Well, it is, but it's executed so poorly. He didn't have to do what he did. He could have gotten out of the way with Jimmy, but no. They just wanted him to die. And even Michael Gross wanted to come back for an 8th movie. But I think the studio didn't want him to, or something like that. And he jumps in front of the worm, flipping the camera off, which is like a big F you to the audience. And after his death, Travis should have been there. He earned at least the right to be there when his father was not technically buried, but had his funeral. But no, Jimmy and the others just stand over the grave, and it's like, what the hell? Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page, and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, you'll get access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Also, have that notifications bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always, subscribe.